That's good. You're yelling.
Look at your
Caregivers around the world today. It's time to lift you up. It's time to celebrate. Come to give you. Good afternoon and welcome to Connecting Caregivers on the Tan Talk Radio Network. With me, Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for caregivers with love, laughter, and lessons learned. So glad you're here with us today. Hey, Lynn, what's happening?
First day of hurricane season. I went and bought my batteries yesterday.
Good for you.
Yes, so
I got my
come
water.
to your house.
I got my water.
I have quite a bit, but I'm going to get more.
Yeah, I checked out the radio too to make sure that's just like in working order and everything.
Yes.
So, before we go any further, we need to hear from the most wonderful healthcare detective, Tammy Taylor. How are you today? It's gorgeous. I did a little fishing with my grandson this morning. Yes, it was very nice. We went with the Kiwanis. The Kiwanis has a family fun fishing day a couple of months out of the year, and so we went there and did a little fishing. Yeah. Exactly. So what's up today, Tammy? Pretty. Wow. Oh, wow.
Can you have too much?
Okay. Continually, everybody continually is what you're saying. Okay. Okay. Well, should you maybe get a blood test first or something before you start taking extra magnesium? Okay. 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 So that makes a lot of sense.
Now, what did you say about the cholesterol again, what it does? Makes good cholesterol?
Yeah, you don't hear about that too often though.
We're going to the GNC afterwards, Lenny.
Alrighty. Thanks, Sammy. Have a delicious day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So I'd like to give a shout out to our newest listeners.
Oh,
We
please
have
do.
June in Sun City. We have Angel in Astoria, Queens. That's kind of cool, huh?
Yes.
And we have Sandy in Seminole.
Welcome, ladies.
So, like I always say, there's always room on Connecting Caregivers Radio for new people. You can come on at noon on Saturday. You can go to the podcast. You can go to YouTube. You can go to Facebook. So we're there. We're out there.
We are.
Yeah, please tune in whenever you can. We know how precious your time is, but we appreciate when you listen. And thank you to our amazing producer Vaughn on the boards today and trying to hook up the cameras, the YouTube, and all that stuff.
And
We really
Facebook.
appreciate it. Thank you, Vaughn.
I hope they don't come out with any more things we have to hook up.
Oh, please. I know.
We're exhausted.
I know. So
You only have 5 minutes to get everything set up.
Well, and there's all these different. Well, let me introduce Michelle first. Michelle Lowack is with us. She's been on this show before. Welcome. We're
Thank you
glad
for
you're here
having us
today.
back.
Yep, we're going to talk about a bunch of different things today. But I see you have new headphones on.
I do. Are they beautiful?
Yeah.
Nobody else wore them.
Well, what they're saying is that we live in this digital world now. Everybody wants everything on demand. They want to listen to the show when they want to listen to the show. They want to watch the TV program or the movie or whatever whenever they want to. And when we were talking about getting new headphones, somebody said, just go into Best Buy. They have like 2 aisles now because we are so digital now.
But
Before there
most-
was like 3 choices. Now there's like, oh my God.
Yeah, but most of them are Wi-Fi, wireless.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we couldn't get. So
Right.
these are fine.
Yeah.
I can hear you
Good.
well enough.
I don't know if that's really good. Well enough.
No, it's good.
It's good.
And they
It's
look
good.
beautiful with my outfit.
They do.
Yes, they do. So, Michelle, I know we're going to talk about Voxx and everything we love about Voxx, but before that, we wanted to mention the Alzheimer's book so we don't forget to do that.
Okay.
So let's talk about that first.
Do the card.
Mm-hmm. I have the card.
You have the card. Yes. I'm excited that, again, this year you ladies are on our GFWC season's walk team.
For
So
sure we will be.
The date is. Hang on, let me get
It's always on a
glasses
Saturday
on.
though,
It
right?
is.
And we don't
It
Yes,
is
get
it's
on
there.
October 12th.
And what's good about it is that even if you can't be there, just sharing on your Facebook page or talking about it and gaining awareness, or with your friends if you choose not to be on Facebook, that's good too. So you can sign up online and that's it.
Yep, so it's October 12th, and where do they go to sign up online?
You're gonna go to the 2019 Pinellas.
But they go to alz.org first, or where do they go?
No, you're gonna go to the 2019 Pinellas Walk to End Alzheimer's.
So if you just put that in Google, then it'll
Yeah.
bring you to where you need to
And
go.
then it's gonna say, look for a team, and the team name is GFWC Seasons Mission and Alzheimer's, ENDALZ.
Okay, and we'll put that information on the
Yeah.
website too.
So
Because that's a
it-
mouthful.
It is a mouthful. It's our mission is to end Alzheimer's. We've partnered up with Seasons Assisted Living and Memory Care, and then GFWC, which is
It's all
just
good.
phenomenal.
It's all good because we all need to be out there.
Let's say happy birthday
Happy birthday.
to Becky Moultrie.
Oh,
birthday,
happy
Becky.
birthday, Becky Moultrie.
Happy birthday!
I didn't know it was your birthday today.
I saw it on my Facebook thing, but I didn't know how to say anything, so I'm saying it now.
There you go.
That's wonderful. Happy birthday, Becky. Becky is the owner of Assisting Hands in Pinellas. And
Another Gemini.
yeah, she's a wonderful woman. She's a wonderful woman. She helps with so many different causes, and she goes out of her way just to
she's
do
the
that
best.
thing. Yeah.
Well,
like-
she's a Gemini like me. What are you gonna
There
do?
you go.
Right?
When's your
Yeah.
birthday, Lynn?
The 12th,
For
Yeah.
what?
June.
So we're coming up.
But it's not the big one this year.
No, not this year. No,
They're all
next
big
year.
ones.
Yeah,
they're all-
at this age, they are all big.
They're all big ones. So one of the things we want to talk about today, Michelle and Lynn, we want to talk about the Voxx products. You've heard me talk about it a little bit on the radio show before, and I was first introduced to the Voxx Shocks over a year ago by Jen Moyer. And Jen said, I think I have these socks. She didn't say I think. She said, I have these socks that will help you. That will help people with balance. That will help people with clarity. That will help people with pain. And I'm like, yeah, sure, socks. Really.
Right?
And especially with the radio show too, everybody wants me to sell everything. So I said, so give me some socks, I'll see. And she gave me some socks, and I go to Curves 3 mornings a week. So when I went there, I did the first circuit with my regular socks on, and then I did the second circuit with the Voxx socks on, and I did more than I ever done before. And I thought, you're just psyching yourself out. You know how you could
Placebo
sure.
effect. Yeah,
I want it to work, so therefore
Yeah.
it does.
So I gave them to a couple different people, and then my aunt tried them, and before I knew it, my aunt didn't have to use her walker in the house anymore. So when she goes out, but she doesn't have to use the walker in the house anymore. And in the beginning, I didn't understand it either, because I was just wearing my Voxx socks on days I thought I needed extra energy. I wasn't wearing them full time. But then as I started researching more and seeing results from everybody else, I was just totally blown away. Totally blown away. I see people that just a myriad of different things that it's helping. So,
Yeah.
Michelle, tell your story.
Okay, so I, like you, had heard about it more, even longer than before your party. Saw it at a health fair.
Mm-hmm.
And since I didn't have a pedicure that day, I didn't try it.
You're
Because
so-
they're like,
Then
take
I
off
could
your
never
shoes.
have one.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be taking off my shoes, but thanks. You know, I left my business card from Home Care Assistance, asked them to give me a call, and they didn't. So I was like, okay.
Follow up.
So yeah, here's all these lessons along the way. So I thought, okay, well, it wasn't meant to be. Got the invitation to your party. For whatever reason, didn't get a chance to stay long enough to get to talk with Jen. So I was like, okay, again, wasn't meant to be. No big deal. My life is
Yeah, but this
fine.
pushy broad will get a hold of you.
Well, and here's the thing. I kept researching it, but I love the way that Voxx has it, that you can't just jump in.
Right.
Because
You don't want. That's not what it is.
Right. It's not a sales organization.
Right.
It's a mission to change lives, and I like that. I was frustrated on the front end of that. Like, okay, well, I'm getting information. I'm reading. Well, you know what? You can put anything on the internet.
Exactly.
You can.
Exactly.
You can make anything.
It doesn't
look
mean
great.
that it's true.
So then Linda invited me over to the hotel, and Daddy moved in with me in December.
Oh, I was with you. I videoed
Yes,
your daddy.
you videoed. It's
That's
on
right.
here. So, you know, here's a person with very advanced dementia. So there's no preconceived notion. He didn't know why we were going.
Right. Your dad just comes because it's fun.
Right. You know, I said, we're going to go see Lynn and Linda. Okay, great. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
So we're walking in, and there's another person with the walker getting assistance. And
How old is your dad?
Daddy's 83. He turned 83 in January. So he walks in with his walker. There's somebody else in with their walker being assisted. And there's somebody else walking in with a cane with assistance, having a lot of issues. I think there was about, 60 people there that night? About 60 people. Linda, of course, has us right at the front table. Daddy at the time had quite a few issues with not only the balance. He had already been hospitalized since he's been here living with me. Had 2 falls, so the falls are coming more often with his dementia. And also the incontinence issue, which was noticeable both at Maria's adult daycare and all of the caregivers that were taking care of Daddy from Home Care Assistance. Even with queuing, it was still happening. So we walked in, and Jen did the patch for everybody to try him. And I wasn't comfortable with Daddy doing the patch, so we did the actual insoles. And you videotaped it, Lynn, and speechless. Absolutely speechless that here's somebody who doesn't know. So he's not,
Right.
a ringer.
There's no joking
He's
here.
not somebody
Exactly.
It's not faking
You know what I-
anything.
you know what I'm saying?
It
Because
is
You
what
want
it
to know
is.
for
I've
yourself.
been involved in multi-level marketing for over 30 years, and I gotta say that with a lot of companies, there's always a ringer.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been saved, I've been
Well,
revived.
especially
This
in
is
health
the
and
miracle.
wellness.
Absolutely, with whatever.
Right.
So he went from needing assistance and very unsteady to Jen couldn't knock him over. So I said, okay, that's it, we're in. We're in because why would I want to pay full price for it? This is something
Exactly.
Daddy's going to use the rest of his life.
And you're going to tell everybody about it.
And the reason I didn't purchase them from Linda's show is, all my siblings, we all know, everybody who knows Daddy, he only wears the bare socks. And they're not made with Chicago Bears. You know, he's
Right.
like a lot of people with dementia. It's
They're
the same pants. It's the
right.
same shirt. It's the feel. It's the feel of the bed. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna waste my money on this miracle I've never tried, and he's not gonna wear them anyway because it's not Bears. And I thought, okay, it's not Bears, but I've got to get this on him. And he has the scratching and the picking and the itching, so the patches weren't gonna work
Right.
for Daddy. We ordered the socks. Actually, you came over to the house on a Friday with Jen while she was here from Canada, and it's a no-brainer for me. I can get 50% more by doing the $600 kit. So I said, boom, doing it. And it just makes sense to me. It wasn't as a business move. It was a smart personal choice for my
Yeah.
family. But that night also, my son came home, who has nothing wrong with him, you know, in perfect physical
I
condition.
know, he has no issues,
This is
just like you
no.
and me.
You know,
He's a young man.
He's 31 years old. He's works for the county, and he had spent the previous weekend on this Monday when the order came in, because the order got to me on Monday. He walks in from work. Linda and Jen are there, and we kind of hijacked him because, you know, he's like, okay, the voodoo socks. Yeah, right, Mom, whatever, the voodoo socks. Great, whatever you're going to do. I don't need that. So she boxed him. And he's a golfer. He had spent the previous weekend at the Innisbrook all weekend with the Hooters tent, all you can drink, and all day long. And even this person who was in great physical condition had some swelling and had some issues, and he was
Sure, we all do, right?
Well, he was going to need to go up to Tallahassee and wear his dress shoes and his socks and walk the hills and stuff. You're not wearing tennis shoes. You don't have downtime when
Right.
stuff's in session. So she boxed him, and his range of motion increased more than 25% just standing there. So for him, it wasn't about, he wasn't still focusing on any of the swelling or the pain. He was focused on, hey, my golf game is going to be better. Just like being backed by the Golf Association, you telling somebody that and reading about it
is totally different.
versus standing in your house
Right.
and doing it and then taking it off and doing it again. And it's like,
no brainer.
yeah. And
So what does he do, the insoles?
He does the insoles and he does the socks both. So
Double whammy.
Yeah, so then it gets better because his father comes home and he definitely doesn't want it to work. Because he already knows he has spent the last 14 months with plantar fasciitis.
Oh, my sister has that, yeah.
Something that's making the ligaments and the tendons in his body disintegrate. So he's got a full hip replacement, but he's been told he needs an ankle, he needs a knee, basically everything. So he comes home from work and he lays on ice, chunks of ice, and doesn't really do anything for 14 months. Because all they're saying is, you need surgery, you need surgery, you need surgery, basically everything. And you'll be out of work for 6 weeks for this one, you're not going to be able to. He's, we kick the can down the road.
Right.
He got insoles in November for $750. Fitted up, that's going to work, right? No, didn't work. So in January, he switched doctors, new insurance, got a new set of insoles, $650. They didn't work. He doesn't want this to work, okay? So he's not going to be boxed, and this is not going to happen. Well, who's going to say no to Jen? He's a gentleman.
Exactly.
He's kind. Jen's cute. She's like, give me 2 seconds of your time. What happened with Brian was as miraculous as what happened with Daddy, because here's somebody in their 50s versus somebody in their 80s. Both of these people have a physical ailment. This one doesn't want it to work. Am I right?
Yeah.
He's like, nope, can't do it. Oh, my feet smell. And of course he's not going to say no to Linda either, So they Voxx him. Not only could she not knock over this person who's 6'4", 200, I don't know how many pounds, but big guy, and here's little Jen hanging from him, and couldn't knock him over.
But she could do it before he had the
Yeah.
insoles in?
Heck yeah, she knocked him over immediately. And that's all recorded too. I'm never allowed to show it or I will die.
I love seeing
I've
her
been
hang
warned.
on people though.
Yeah.
Because she's so little.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing. So now he's like, what? So I have one pair of extra large that came in my kit, and he put them on. Since then, it was funny because the kit comes with a lot of stuff, and I kept going into the kit, and I was like, what did I do with that one? What did I do with that? I couldn't find the insoles. I couldn't find the socks.
Oh, I forgot about this.
And I was like, what the heck? Like, am I losing my mind that I'm losing this stuff?
Yeah, I mean.
Because Daddy had his, Brian had his, but suddenly my kit is like empty. Guess where the insoles and all the socks were? Guess who is now golfing on a regular basis again?
Really?
Guess who has no swelling in his ankles
Your
anymore?
kid and your husband?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's not going to be out there telling anybody because who wants to be proven wrong?
Right, and who wants everybody else to have the edge you have?
Exactly. Well,
That's what I'm finding with people that are like golfers and athletes. They go, I love the product, but I'm not telling anybody else.
Well, and one of the people that I talked to that is out in Colorado who, again, he's a guy in his late 20s, has a bunch of friends that are in the NFL. I said, well, there's something I want to show you. And he's like, well, tell me. I didn't want to tell him. If you tell somebody about
they don't
Voxx,
understand that.
it's a miracle, and suddenly they're not answering your phone because you're a pushy salesperson. And you know what's so funny? We talked about it last night when Monique flew in to help me out with Daddy. I said, you know what's really weird? And she said, well, what kind of money are you talking about? I said, you know what's weird? Everybody asks me that, and to this moment, I have not claimed a penny of my commissions. Right. I haven't even set up the account. There's money sitting there for me because it's about changing people's lives. Yeah. It's about changing from what I do as a career of changing the way the world ages.
Well, it's part of it, your whole package.
I'm too old to play games.
Yeah.
I'm too old
I'll
to
never be too old to play games.
No, different games you're talking about.
This is really serious because like I said, multi-level marketing. There's certain things you can make money in. And even talking with Doris, our owner, she's like, wait a minute, this is a business you're doing? And she uses the socks. Her mom uses the socks. I have doctors out of the country. Out of the state.
Amazing.
That the first phone call is, Michelle, everybody wants a doctor on their team. I'm like, I'll just buy some socks. And I'm like, no, thank you. I've had doctors in the area who've said to me, you know what? I'll buy a couple $100 worth of socks, but I'm not putting them in my office because I make money when they come into my office.
Yeah, sorry.
And then I got angry with them, and I said, well, here's the deal. I am angry because I thought you were in the business of helping people. And you just told me you're not. You just shown me you're not.
Right.
So that's fine, but I'm glad at least I know.
No. When we come back, we'll talk in a little bit more because we're going to hear from our wonderful partners, and they're all trustworthy and wonderful. Don't go away.
Those match you too.
They sound good. Yeah. Yeah. They're not so tight either.
No.
Cool.
I have yours in the bag.
Cool.
Did you check to see if you can get them on
Those.
if you can get more of those on Amazon?
Yeah, she just went to Best Buy. She likes to see.
But every time you know the price, but I'm saying.
Yeah. I get everything from Amazon. Amazon or Walmart.
I can't hear you.
You don't have to put them on the commercials on.
I was like, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I get everything from Amazon or Walmart.
I just can't shop. I can't put that in.
Yeah. So how was it today?
He was really pretty good. But like even one of the caregivers took care of him one night, 2 nights before his discharge. So there's the caregiver and for some reason he got on that email and we walked in and he said he had never seen Daddy before that visit. Who is this guy? Here's Daddy talking to him, and he is like a man. He was like, I can't believe the difference. hers are working.
Yeah, it's amazing. Everything's amazing. One of my ladies that has her husband in jail had to go into rehab. I mean, he had to go into rehab.
Okay.
Yeah, but they didn't even tell her. Like, they called and left a message and took him.
Yeah.
But anyway, since he's in rehab now, it's the first time he's been walking, man. He's wearing glass himself. First time he's like talking to people.
Here didn't believe me about the Voxx. They know Michelle Lowack. I tell them that.
I know.
But I slapped the patch on them last night, and her throat swollen her ankles is not over them.
I don't hear anything, man.
Is it plugged in here?
I don't know, but I don't hear anything.
You didn't hear it?
Now I do. It wasn't plugged in all the way.
Sorry.
Yeah, we still have one more commercial, yeah.
I think it's kind of hilarious that you guys said that you just went out and got your batteries. Oh, girl, I can what's your batteries. Go ahead.
What did she say?
You said you just went out and got your batteries. She said, what girl ever lets her batteries go dead?
Like, her case season's nothing compared to my batteries don't work.
Oh, but I always have loaded batteries. I have 30 clocks.
There's
So I
30
need-
clocks in her house.
I know you have clocks. I don't
But
think
she's
she
not talking
knows
about those kind of
clocks.
batteries.
Oh,
Oh,
gotcha. Yeah.
That would be worse than
No.
hurricane season.
I use the 9 volts for that.
I want plugins. Check that out at Best Buy for me, okay?
Here, I'm so glad, because I said, you're probably better off with the $195. I said, no, that's not happening. $195. They said, no.
How much are those?
These are on sale for $17.
But you need the 195.
Hmm?
But you need the 195.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. You couldn't sell anybody anything.
Yeah.
And I truly haven't sat on my account to claim money.
I do that.
But my point is that I've made money each month. Daphne too.
red roses too. For me and you. And I think to myself,
Oh,
what a wonderful world. Did you give me a sheet? Did you give me one of your sheets? No. Are you going to this? Are you going to this?
No. I knew there was a reason. Guardian
Well, it's the
Association.
morning and the afternoon. There's 2 sessions. Oh, it's right in the middle.
I've got the board of directors first.
that's
I
my
knew there was a
birthday.
reason.
You know, and caregiver is not just taking care of yourself by drinking enough water and everything. Education is a really good part of taking care of yourself. And Tifa Snow is going to be in town, and she is my idol. This woman is brilliant in handling people with Alzheimer's and dementia. So she has a seminar coming up, Taking a Positive Approach to Dementia Caregiving. And it's on June 12th at St. Anthony's Hospital. And there's one session from 9 to 12, and then another one from 1 to 4. Lynn's going to mention it again later, but I just wanted to say a little bit more about this because I think it's really important. Tipa, I've seen her work with people that have behaviors that was so difficult, and they're now calm and peaceful and happy because the caregiver learned how to interact and what to do, and she's very humorous too. She's a amazing woman. So
Looking forward to it.
if you're interested, you can call 727-230-2059. That'll be on my website. So back to Voxx. So Michelle, tell us about playing Rummy.
So
That's what this one is huge to me.
yeah. So all the caregivers that are with Daddy.
Daddy's here. I just see him walking into the
I
studio.
saw him walking in too with my precious sister. Daddy is a great card player, and before the Voxx, with moving in, he has declined to a point that over the many years, but whatever. So each day, the caregivers that come and hang out with him would play different games with him, and we always have him do the scoring so we can kind of gauge where he is. Since wearing the socks, which he never takes off.
He wears the socks, not the insole.
He wears the socks 24 hours a day. In fact, he's taken them off one time, and he took them off to switch into the other ones. He fell and fractured his foot, gashed up his arm, and that was as he was literally at 4 a.m. changing his socks. It's the only time he's
By
had them
himself.
off. Yeah, he had gotten up and
You know what happens?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I left him out. It cued him. Oh, there's my clean clothes.
Even though it's the middle of the night, I think I should be getting dressed. You know how that goes.
So
But tell them about the score sheets, because I played with Dad too.
yes, coming over on the Friday nights, we do the different Friday night happy hours at the house now, so that we talk about caregiving. I thought I had a grasp on it before.
No, it takes a
Isn't
village.
that something though?
I mean, I knew it was the most daunting thing ever.
But until you actually feel it.
But until, it is completely a God thing knowing that the people I have, like getting the card in the mail or the brownies in the mail from Linda for Daddy. He said, what? Why? Nobody knows I'm here. And he opens it up and here's brownies from Linda. Where they come over, Sherry from Pace came over and for one of the Friday night happy hours, and she bought him an Afghan knowing he's always chilly.
We were talking
It's
about
like
that
his new
last
community.
week.
It's like his
It
new
is.
community, kinda.
And
it's good for
the
you.
Daddy fan club. It is.
The Daddy
'cause
fan club.
It is.
He's
It's
so
the Daddy
cute,
fan
though.
club.
He is so cute.
So now that he's wearing the Voxx again, the adding is back.
Yeah, and I'd seen some of the
And we've
previous,
got 'em
like
all.
he couldn't
We've
like
got 'em
write
all
in a row,
documented.
and
Right.
he scribbled on some pages.
And it made no sense.
Right.
And
Because
the
that's why
thinking is
I wear the patch.
I wear the
I've done
patch on my butt.
I do it, well, it's usually here, but I do it since March 29th. I haven't had it off, but I figured I don't feel bad or anything, but I think I'm remapping my brain.
Well, we know you are because it's been proven. With over
Exactly, so
3,000
I
brain-
figured that's a
brain
good
mapping.
thing, right?
Yeah. Well, it absolutely is.
So even though I wasn't falling and I didn't have pains and that, I figure, yeah, but my brain's remapping.
Well,
Well,
I'll
it
tell you
is.
with me. So I wore them for 21 days straight, and then I took them off. And that night I had hot flashes, like I couldn't believe. I forgot I was even having hot flashes. And then I'm a tripper. You know me.
You are very much so.
And I tripped, and I was like, "That's it, back on, done."
No, she trips all the time.
Well,
so
and
no.
Not anymore.
We just talked about that as we were coming in here. I said after that 5-day stint at the hospital, or 7 days, whatever it was between.
It felt like 3 months.
Yeah. Walking into the house, wiped out bad, like badness, and the swelling and the pain. And I thought, my sister looked at it last night. She's like, "Get some more ice on that." I said, "I can't believe how I feel so crappy." And this morning again, I thought, why do I just feel? My patch was off, and I asked her. I said, "Was the patch on my butt last night?" And she said, "It wasn't." Why? I said, "I wonder." Now, I've had it back on. That's the first time I haven't had the technology on
All right.
for, 50-some
Quite a
days?
while, right?
Yeah.
I can honestly say that I can't imagine, given the schedule and the pressures and the tensions that have gone on in the last.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe you should put it where you can see it. Like I have mine here now.
The reason I didn't wear it on my forearm, which is where it always has to be worn
Right.
the first time, is because for work I take my
Right.
jacket on and off all the time.
Yeah, but
getting
you're
in and out
right
of my car.
down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then where would I put my cell phone and my change and my money and my tissues? There's only so much room in here, okay?
I have a lot more room than you, Nick.
Do we have a caller on? Hello? Who do we have on the line? Hi, Kevin. How are you? Joyful and grateful? Oh, yeah? Wonderful.
Let's hear it. Wow.
Aw.
I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
Wow.
Wow.
It is.
That's
Well, I remember the one time I went to Michelle's house and her dad came out of the bedroom with his cane and he was swinging it like Fred Astaire.
Charlie Chaplin.
I'm
yeah.
like, what? Oh, Charlie Chaplin. I'm like, what?
That's falling.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
That's delicious.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Quality of life.
Without drugs. Yeah. Right. It's awesome. Well, thank you so much for calling in today. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to meeting you soon.
Yes, come see us in Florida.
That sounds good to me.
Because we have quite a few elderly around here at the table. That's right.
That's right. Exactly.
I came down and stayed.
Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. We appreciate you. Have a delicious day. Alrighty, bye.
What a
That's
nice
so cool,
young
isn't
man.
it? You know, when you see that difference, that little difference in,
Seeing it all the time.
yeah, somebody who's not in pain, or
I think
somebody
somebody
could,
has something for you, Linda.
you think somebody has something for me? I
Yeah,
don't know.
Where is it?
We're gonna go to the,
Oh. Or,
oh. Right now, it's time to hear from our wonderful partners, so don't go away. We'll be right back on Connecting Caregivers Radio.
Get a picture of them, give these too.
He's so sweet.
I want to get it on Facebook too. Give me that. Because then we can tie that into Voxx.
Linda, I keep getting caught on these.
That's like that other one sleeve I had, but yeah, you know which one. Hi, Daddy.
Oh,
How are you?
fine, you?
I'm great.
Oh, good to see you. Sure.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Linda.
And I know
Nice to
that
meet you.
You do know
And
me.
you know me.
And you know Lynn.
And you know all of us, all the pretty
These
girls.
are for you, Miss Linda.
Aw,
Those are
thank
from
you.
Daddy.
I love them.
He
Thank
picked
you.
out the flowers, the colors. He wanted a vase to put them in.
Just a
He
shade.
knows the right thing. I tell you what.
Money?
Aw. Yeah. I'm gonna put on the
Yeah,
table
many.
over here till we
I'll
finish
press
the
it.
show.
Yes, exactly.
Can I come
When
in
the show's
here?
over, we'll take a picture together.
Hi, Monique.
That sounds good. Hello there. Hi.
I'm Lynn.
Daddy, she's gonna have you go on in with her. Okay. You know what? You just fold it up, Daddy. You got your Voxx socks on. You're good. Thank you so much. Come on in. You got your Voxx on.
You're good.
You're good. Now it's something he just needs to carry.
Yeah.
Not me.
Oh,
For you.
Okay.
You could just sit right there. Sit next to,
here?
yeah,
yep.
sit right there.
You're good.
And that's yours.
Yep.
Yeah, just leave it, Daddy. Just let
That's
him
good.
sit down.
Okay.
He's like a celebrity, this
I
guy.
know.
Oh,
Talk about him every week.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So I like that blue shirt.
Yes.
It's
Nice.
It's a good color.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's, I enjoy it.
So you're glad to be out of the hospital, right?
Oh, yes.
Enough of that.
Well,
We're not
sometimes
going
you,
back.
No, we're not going
Thank
back.
you, Vaughn.
so it's just fun to be in the hospital.
Yeah. Where are we at? Oh, okay.
So this is how the radio works, Daddy. This is how the radio works.
Yeah.
I'm right back on now.
Yeah.
Can you do everything? Then you'll be able to hear her.
You know what that means when you hear those horns? It's time to get your pen and paper because Lynn has good stuff to tell you, right?
I do.
Yes, you do.
Yes. On June 5th from 10 to 11:30 a.m. with registration at 9:30, Arden Courts of Seminole is having a free dementia caregiving seminar. Dr. Peter Rabins, author of The 36-Hour Day, will be the guest speaker. RSVP by calling 727-517-7800.
He's a great speaker, a lot of great information.
Good. On June 6th from 5 to 7 p.m., Grand Villa in Dunedin is hosting a caregiver spa day with inspirational speaker Linda Burhans.
Who's she?
She's chatty.
Yes, she is.
There will be chair massages, wine, hors d'oeuvres. You never take me to these ones. Complimentary day stay will be available for your loved one. RSVP to 727-755-2207.
And especially if you need that day stay for your loved one, please call ahead so they can arrange
Right.
that. And caregivers, come out and treat yourself. This is for you.
Yeah, you'll feel better. It's hard to get out, but once you're there, you'll have a ball.
That's what happens all the time. I tell them about it. They like, yeah, Linda. And then I gotta pull them by the hair of the head, and then they get there and they go, oh, thank you. That was wonderful.
And then on June 12th, as Linda said earlier, at St. Anthony's Hospital in the auditorium, Tifa Snow will talk about taking a positive approach to dementia caregiving. There will be 2 identical sessions. Session 1 from 9 to noon, Session 2 from 1 to 4 p.m. RSVP to 727-230-2059. And that's my birthday.
Yes, it is. So
know.
we will go to see Tifa and then
Yes,
we'll go to dinner.
That's my present.
Yeah.
On June 16th at 3 p.m., the Matinee Opera Players will be performing Summer Romance at the Pinellas Park Performing Arts Center in Pinellas Park. It is by donation. There will be complimentary snacks at intermission, raffles, and door prizes.
Snacks are always good.
Oh, why you
And that's
go.
a good thing to bring the family to.
Yes. And then a parent support group for parents of caregivers or caregivers of children with special needs will be on the first Saturday of every month from 10 to 11:30 at Connect to Christ Church on Oakhurst Road in Seminole. Any questions, call 727-471-6362.
Yeah, parents need support too.
I think so.
It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
It isn't.
Oh, Vaughn, we have another caller.
Oh my.
Hello, who's this? Thanks for calling, Carly. What would you like to talk to us about today? You just want us to join the Alzheimer's team, right? And that's on October 12th, right? And where is it? St. Petersburg. Okay,
Perfect.
and where can people go if they want to register for the team? I'll tell you.
Okay.
So I think they go to alz.org/Pinellas and they can pick their team.
Or make a team of their own.
Or they can make a team of their own if they want.
But we are on the mission team.
Yes. Season's mission, that works for me. Alright, thanks so much for calling in. We appreciate you. Have a delicious day. And like Michelle said earlier, if you can't go to the walk, you can still have a team, you can still support, you can still do
Yes.
it, because lots of times people can't do that, and it's a very simple way, and it's just nice to see all those people together, though, if you actually decide to do the walk.
Getting the awareness.
Yeah, it's the awareness, and I think you're seeing younger and younger people at the walks today, because they're going to be the people taking care of us, and we need to educate them and let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
So Dad, we're glad
Hello.
you're here. Say hello to us.
Good morning.
Good
I
morning.
think it's still morning.
No.
No, it's
No.
not this morning.
No,
Okay.
time
Good
flies.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. So this
You
is
got beautiful flowers.
yes. Michelle's dad just came to the show and brought me beautiful roses. So very nice. We are good friends. He's one of my boyfriends. You know how that is.
Yeah.
So we're so glad that you came by the station today.
Well, thank you very much. It's good to be here, and it's something that I've never been before.
Did you
To
go?
see all of
He's never been
you.
on the radio.
I mean, it's
Welcome.
There's a first time for everything, right?
oh, that's right.
And I always say you just need to be open to the possibilities,
Okay.
right?
Agreed.
Because who knows? If you don't take a chance,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know. Well, thank you
Never,
so much for
never.
those flowers. I really, really appreciate
Well,
it.
you're certainly welcome.
She loves her
Fabulous.
flowers.
Yes, I do love my flowers. People know that.
I like them, but then I say, oh, I gotta cut them, I gotta add new water. That's work.
We'll bring you wine.
Wine, I know what to do with.
Yeah. Well, Lynn likes everything disposable. It's like, even like in her house, she doesn't have a lot of stuff. She doesn't,
No.
you know. She
You think
likes-
I was robbed, because I don't want stuff around that I have to clean.
Uh-oh.
No, not really. Not really.
You're right.
Your house is impeccable.
So, Michelle, what's the last thing you want to say about Voxx as you're filming Daddy?
I just want to say that I think that I first said that if it's somebody who's a senior, when we lose somebody every 19 seconds is a direct result of a fall. And when I say lose, they die.
Yes, because you know what
It's
happens.
serious.
And some people can't take anesthesia anymore.
Right.
And that fall, and then they go into the anesthesia and everything else. It's the beginning of the end.
Yeah. So that's a daunting statistic. But so I said, every senior, and everybody knows a senior. I said, everybody who's, then I was like, okay, well, seeing Brian in his golf game better.
Right.
Everybody who's in their 20s needs it. I said, everybody but a baby. And then in the testimonial line, seeing proven testimonials where children who were dependent on drugs
Yeah, or ADHD kids are
and,
getting a
and
lot
Really?
of
babies
insults. Yeah.
slap that box patch on them and watch them thrive and stop crying. There is nobody who shouldn't try it. I love the fact that the founder has made it so that even people who are on public assistance can afford it. There's a 30-day guarantee.
Right.
So
You don't like it?
You
You're
don't
not
like
happy
it?
with it? You get your money back.
and it's not, you got to run to the post office, you got to jump through hoops, you got to figure this all out. You take a picture of it and you email it, and everybody can take a picture, everybody can email. So there's not, I think it does a disservice if you say that you care about people and you're not open to the possibility of at least looking at this.
Right.
I think you're a fraud.
Wish I
That's-
had
that's
it
what
when
I would
Jack
say.
was alive.
I know. I wish I had it for my mom too, for a lot of different
Yeah.
things. It's been, well, even like Skylar. Okay, so my granddaughter's 17 years old.
Yeah.
She goes, I want to wear them Voxx socks when I go to work. And she works at Chocolate Smoothie, and she's a shift manager. She's busy, and you gotta clean, take the garbage out. And she says, Grandma, when I wear them, my back doesn't hurt.
Nurses,
So-
you're setting a line, they're on their feet. There's athletes, every single athlete.
Yeah.
There's nobody who does not need to try this technology. And I don't say buy them from me. I don't say buy them from
Exactly.
Linda. I say sign up as an associate and prove that you care about people.
And those white papers just came out of the VA
I was
from
gonna
Dr.
say-
Thatcher.
And Dr. Thatcher hopefully will get it to where it is like in Canada, where Canada puts their people first. If the doctor writes the script for them, it's covered.
I know that
by
would be
their
so
Really?
nice. Yeah, we're working on
and
that.
so
Yay,
working on
Canada.
it so that here in the U.S., every single
Everyone can
veteran
get
like
it.
my dad who served our country and put their life on the line can get this very inexpensive technology that can increase their lifestyle and increase
The
their
quality of life.
quality of life and not shove a pill down their throat.
Because that's what makes them dizzy and makes them fall.
And
all
that's
the time.
the reason you're not going to hear about
Yeah.
it is because Big Pharma has a lot of lobbyists who will pay to keep us sick, not pay to keep us well.
There she goes.
I think
So
Awesome.
Michelle,
So
thank you so much for being here today. Daddy, thank you for
Okay,
being here. Thank you
well,
for the flowers. I really, really
You're
appreciate
certainly
it.
welcome, but it's, and
having fun.
it's just something that I've never been to.
Well, I'm glad
I'm
you're
so
here.
glad you came.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
And thank you,
So-
Monique, for bringing him
Yes.
all the way from Illinois, coming in.
Yes,
to see him.
thank you, thank you. So thanks so much for joining us today. I know how precious your time is. Please go to our Facebook page, Connecting Caregivers Radio. We look forward to spending time with you again next week. Remember, God loves you all the time, and have a delicious day. Okay, I just gotta shut this stuff off.
Yeah,
Is that fun?
That was very nice.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yes,
See, you can get Linda's autograph and Lynn's autograph now. And
Oh yeah.
No, we'll take a picture with Daddy.
Yeah, we'll
now.
take some pictures outside.
Or-
I just gotta shut this
Well,
stuff
Michelle,
off.
did you see what Nicole did to me?
She made her sassy.
She took 4.5 inches.